everyone. How's everyone doing this evening? My StreamYard tonight is playing up, so I don't even know if I'm live or not. It's giving me a blank screen over there. I got a screen up here, so I'm either talking to myself. Let's go into the chat anyway, see who's here. Chat only goes back so far. I've got Hot Dog Pilot in. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? Summer Breeze Model Railway. Good evening, guys. Maura King's in as well. Good evening. Digger Evans is in. Good evening. Delft Junction Pete's in. How are you doing? I've seen you discussing dogs earlier on. I believe, Digger, you lost your dog, which I'm sorry to hear. It was very sad. Mick's in as well. I really wish they would change the old names back again. Dara's in as well. Hi, Dara. How you doing? I say the chat will only go back so far. Simon, Trains Model Railway. Good evening. Food chat isn't until 8:30. Jerry's in as well. Good evening, Jerry. Oh, RGJ Trains, Robin Grace is in. Good evening, guys. How you doing? I'm going to do. I'm just going to skip down. Oh, Particle Station, Charlie's in. Platform 7A. Welcome, Joshua W56 Gaming's in as well. Good evening, guys. Scott Wood's in as well. How you doing? Leslie Gilpin Railways is in. Good evening. Oh, Mark, all your screens are on the right in a column. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard tonight. I keep setting it and then it just does something strange. So hopefully that's it sorted. Because I set it to have the one big screen and then it just kept going blank all the time, so I didn't know what was going on. Okay, I just got sent a picture of my missus and my daughter in elf outfits. They're out shopping at the moment. So anyway, back to the chat. That's it sorted, okay. Yeah, I've got a screen up here in front of me and that showed my normal view, one big screen, 3 at the side. But on the screen here that's supposed to be outputting it, it kept going to 4 at the side and not having one in the middle, so I didn't know which one was correct. Anyway, let's see if the the camera in the bottom left stays on this week. Anyway, so I've gone through the chat. So if you put any questions, put them back in again, because I'm at the bottom of the chat here. So, by the way, I hope you got Percy on standby. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on tonight. I said StreamYard seems to be playing up. Or don't know whether it's my internet, because every so often I get the circle of doom on my phone, so I'm not sure what's going on tonight. So if I disappear offline, someone's pulled the plug. It is bitterly cold here in Donegal today. It got up to about 3-4 degrees during the day. It's now below freezing again. I had a thick layer of ice on my car this morning. I had to chip off before I could do the school run. And I gave in at about 11 o'clock and put the heating on because I was freezing. Just put the heating on, lit the fire, and was working in there today. So, yeah, it's not very warm. I got my little blow heater going on in here, as well as the radiators are on. It's still cold. RGG Trains, Mick missed what was going on. Hope you're okay. Oh, what did I miss with Mick? Is Mick okay? Oh, Brian's in the house. How you doing, Brian? Are you feeling better, Brian? He was a bit under the weather, didn't make it to club this week. Moreland Model Railway, Andy. He's only here for half an hour. Andrew 156 is in. Good evening, Andrew. Leslie said, strange, we had no snow and very little ice compared to the forecast. Yeah, we had a light dusting of snow here, but through Barnesmore Gap, obviously that was a bit higher. There was loads of snow when I had to go through there this evening. There's still a load of snow at the side of the road. Some of you might have noticed that I actually painted the rails. I got something done on my model railway. Literally, that was done an hour before I went live. I also got all the ballast out here. So I was making a video, so I'm hoping I'll get this done tomorrow morning, get the video out for channel members tomorrow and for everyone else on Saturday, just on the ballasting. I'm going to do it over 2 videos. I think it's going to be painting the rails, ballasting and weathering the track, so it'll probably be over 2 videos. So if I can get that ballasted done tomorrow, it'll be dry by next Thursday, hopefully. Of course, coldest time of the year as well, so we'll see how that goes. I've got a scissor lift coming tomorrow to finish putting up the Christmas lights outside, so that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. Oh, Mick's got the fourth grandchild on the way. Oh, congrats. Brian's still on the meds, hopefully getting better. Benefit of being almost at sea level. Yeah, that's one thing about being here next to the coast in Donegal. If you go about 10 miles inland, it gets a lot colder. But we tend to only get frosts and maybe a light dusting of snow, and it doesn't usually last very long. So being this close to the coast, like literally the sea is 200 meters that way. Well, Donegal Bay. So Andrew's same light snow, nothing too much. McCarver Studios, good evening. How you doing? The rails look great. Yeah, I managed to do a little bit. I mean that little job there only took 10-15 minutes, but trying to find 10-15 minutes to do it. But you got to double that time because I'm also trying to film it. Charlie says, Mark, find a viaduct kit in the box, another project on the list. LNRW1, good evening. Yeah, it's just about 0 -1 here at the moment. It's going to be another cold one tonight, I think, so there'll be more ice on the car in the morning. And then I think it's supposed to warm up over the weekend. Although we are due to have a lot of rain, I think, over the weekend, which is going to be great working outside. Yeah. Of course, everywhere in here is a mess. I'm just going to sit down over here. So, you got any questions? Pop them into the chat. If I've missed any questions, put them in again. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me, guys, and share the stream. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe. Some reason why 0 here at the moment. I think it's due to go to -2 tonight. 1 degree in Costa del Leash. Yeah, I believe you guys are going to get it cold. Haven't you got a yellow weather warning down there? Uh, 0 degrees here. Got up to 4.5 degrees this afternoon. Now up to 5 layers. Only 1 degree in Staffordshire. Timber Surf, good evening. How you doing? No snow in Costa del Wrexham. The Cumbrian and Pennine Hills look lovely though. Yeah, it's the same around here. All the hills are nice and white, covered in snow. They look great. And Ivo's just got wet and cold. Mark, if you like ballasting, you can come and do mine. Ballasting is one of those jobs I hate, but I use the little vacuum tool, which makes it a breathe. And he says, just -5 here in the Peak District. Let's get the big coat out soon. I thought I came in at the start. Anyone will see me? Yeah, we see you, Joshua. LNRW, unless I'm off school, the weather is only an annoyance, really. As much as I like relaxing outside, I don't ever do it. Yeah, that's enough from Mark, can't refuse, though I can. No rail car tonight? It stopped. There's a rail car. Rail car 18 is going around. I've had to take away my gauge master because on Tuesday night we were in setting up the museum for Christmas, so putting the Coca-Cola Christmas trains around, getting my Christmas layout out. Of course, the power supply I'm using for here is the one I use on that layout. So of course I'm using one of the fantastic little Hornby transformers that you get in their sets. Less said about that the better. Yeah, so we set all that up Tuesday, got it all running. Myself, Kev, Ferda, and even my little boy Adam was in with us, and we got it all cleaned up and sorted. Got Thomas going up on the top shelf. I did take a couple of videos, which I'm going to post up on the Donegal Railway Club Facebook page when I get round to it. Simon says the rail cars are always striking, yeah. Leslie says, I don't envy you, Digger. I'm thinking of heading into the Yorkshire Dales at Ripplehead tomorrow to see if there's any freight to film, fingers crossed. He says, love ballasting when someone else is doing it. Very Oliver Frostgate delivery. It stopped straight out of the clangers. Brian says everything's white, not just the sheep. Breaking news, Shortbread Express is going to find the biggest bag of shortbread for Model Rail crew next year. Might need help with it. How many different manufacturers are mixed in that Intercity 125? Well, the Class 43 at either end is Hornby, and I think the majority of the carriages are Lima, I think. And we got the 57 going around with some hoppers tonight, just to change it up a bit. I said I would change it from last week. That's as far as I got. And he's saying, anybody at the NEC on Saturday? And Digger says, let's wrap up really warm. Yeah, when I went into the museum the other night, I was wearing 2 jumpers, a coat, a hat. I even, because to go over to the store, we have to wear a high-vis vest, and I kept that on as well while I was in the museum. Because it was, the museum being an old train building, there is heaters in it, but unless you're stood on top of the heater, you don't feel the heat. I'm not doing the best, I'm afraid, on the art. Still dealing with my dad, but I'm having a fun week in college. We're taking trips to art exhibitions all 5 days. Well, that's something to look forward to, Joshua. RG Trains, my ex-wife's lad runs the Trans-Pennine trains. He got stuck in York due to snow. Yeah. Andy Moreland Railway says he's not going to NEC this year. And Leslie said, yes, Sticker, 5 layers of varying thickness, hat and 2 pairs of gloves. HH Express, hi, how you doing? Andrew, deep fried Mars bar, please. I haven't had a deep fried Mars bar in years. Oh, are you going, Maura? Are you going over to the NEC? Scott says NEC is a bit of a trek for me, so I'll be giving it a miss. Yeah, it's a bit of a trek for me too. But I've blown my budget on trips this year, so yeah. Hopefully the next trip I do, train-wise, will be crew for Jason's show next end of May, I think it is. 31st of May, is that right? Also, don't forget your vote for moderators. The link's on the pinned comment at the top. It says, yeah, North Yorkshire had a couple of inches of snow and a lot of inexperienced drivers brought roads to a standstill. Yes, timber surfer, Curascale Gronk, discuss. Yes, I seen that today. And, well, the thing is, I know Curascale are probably going to do a brilliant job of it, and it's going to be cheaper than the current offerings of backing them. So, yeah, will I get one? Maybe, probably. I do have a Gronk. I think I've got sort of one of the railroad versions and then one of the sort of better quality Hornby ones. No, or is it a Bachmann? I can't remember actually. I think I only have two. So I haven't looked to see which ones they're bringing out, what liveries they're bringing out. But I'm sure I'll put an order in for one maybe. Just been to Yorkshire recently, went on the Flying Scotsman on North Yorkshire Moorland Railway, and wow, what a beautiful line. I bet you enjoyed that, Andrew. Speaking of manufacturers, new Curascale Gronk, as I said on IRM, it doesn't count as market saturation if it's a Curascale. Some reasons asking, did you do the whole route from Pickering to Whitby, Andrew? Tigger's got new thermal underwear for this weather. Andrew Dunn from Grosmont to Whitby. And Andy's going to get his Irvine bomber jacket out of mothballs. Platform says the competition is a good thing. Yes, it is a good thing, I think. Speaking of the cold, I'm down at Strad Valley volunteering over the weekend. I wonder how many of my limbs I'll lose to frostbite. Maura says about 2 limbs. Well, I was doing okay. Was able to get some work done on the layout. That's always good. Oh, you're going over today, so you're just getting the early flight from Dublin and back in the evening. Oh, very good, Maura. And Simon says, I won't be at the NAC this weekend, travelling down to South Wales tomorrow for the weekend. Won't be in people's live streams after this one until next week. Ooh. Weekend away, Simon. 22 quid each to get in and a tenner for parking. Is that how much it is to get in? I mean, it is 22 quid a lot of money to get into a show at the NAC? And is 10 quid for a day's parking expensive? And Mark, don't forget, I might turn up in a limo. Come to Doncaster, Mark. Great exhibition that is. Summer Breeze is saying we did Whitby to Goatland. It'd be nice to do the whole line in the future. We've been enjoying the Steam Train Diaries on the TV. As Timber says, don't vote for him as he was last year's moderator, so he's not eligible this year. As Hi says, hello Iva, Ollie is laying on the bed. Running my class 88 today for no reason. The pantograph went up, bang, straight into a bridge, wrote the panto off. Oh, that's going to be annoying. That's going to be very annoying. 08, 08, 09 and class 10. Oh, so they're doing the range, are they? For some reason, if you spot Mariah on your travel, Simon, kidnap her and send her into space. Carver, snow on the radar heading towards us. They're doing many liveries. I'm going to have a look. I haven't looked. I must admit, I didn't watch their whole video because I was just like, once they announced what it was, I was like, oh no, wait, all right, I'll look at that later. seen the 66s, well, it's not that, and then seen the Class 70s. So, ooh, Class 70, and then we're doing the 08. I was like, oh, okay. Our students are waxing the skis as we speak. Lucy says, Wilkington show last weekend was a cracking with the majority of lights of very high standard. One was owned by a 92-year-old chap who had scratch built his oldest loco in 1972 and all ran sweetly. Wow. Andrew's mum is saying hi to everyone. Hi back to you, Andrew's mum. So a case of, I'm okay, how about you, Dad? Everyone's saying hello to Andrew's mum. Oh, Clive's in. How are you doing, Clive? That's New Win Railway. The Curaçao Gronks have connections for auto-coupling. Looks like they are following Bachmann. Oh, are they actually going to do the auto-coupling? Tigger says, I'm hibernating until springtime now. I won't be visiting anything anywhere. You're always hibernating, Digger, says Leslie. Don't blame you, Digger. Wait till it gets warmer. Yeah, hiding out in the shed. Digger said, I had a brief look at them timber surf. They look nice, but a Curaçao are good what they do. Yes, they are. Yeah, I'll visit the train room more, but that's as far as I'll go. Run out to the train room, put on the heating, come back into the house for half an hour and go back out when it's warmed up. Don't drop those screws on your foot. Oh, are those the track screws? The chair screws? Is that what you sent him? Because I think it wasn't Clive after some in a live stream he was asking a couple of weeks ago. But they are heavy because we have a few in the museum from when we put down the track for Drumbo, and they are big, heavy. Just electric connection, no clue what type of coupling it will come with. Oh. Mick's pre-ordered the EW livery 08 already. Okay, Rob's just popping off to the shop. Grab me a pint of milk, Rob. Summer Breeze says don't forget to hit the thumbs up and support Mark by sharing the live. That'd be great if you can, guys. Maura says, we got our attic insulated. It makes some difference. Foam insulation this time of year. It looks so Christmassy. I'm going to put a tree up this year. That will be 11. Maura, did you get your layout sorted? Did you get someone around to check it for you? And yes, oh, she's coming to Motherwell Cruise, so we'll get to meet Andrew's mum. Not due to early 2027, so plenty of time to develop an auto-coupler. Yeah. There's Finnerton Central, Brian. He's become a channel member. Welcome to Pasture. Thanks very much, Brian. And that reminds me, don't forget our unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop, as seen in the top right hand screen. So Maura's going to have 2 in sitting room, 2 in hall, 1 in each bedroom, 1 in hall, and 1 in bathroom. It's a lot of trees, Maura. We have 2, 1 in our front room, 1 in the hall, and then in this train room there's a big one that goes in the window. It's one of those, just a pole with lights on it in a tree shape, not a real Christmas tree. And then we'll have, well, this year I've got my mega tree, as they call it. Once I finish doing all the show and everything, I will do a video of it and put it up so you guys can see it. I won't put it on this channel because that just upsets people if you put something that isn't train related. Simon's after a packet of something for the weekend. Seen your way for the weekend, Simon, as they say. Something for the weekend, sir. I used to go to a barber like that who would ask that. Something for the weekend, sir. Yes, I just need 2 8-foot lengths of track now. Everyone's saying hello to Brian. And there's the link for the train set shop. And it says she's my train agent and shortbread assistant. Scott says, just got 1 tree, it's in the attic and it will be staying there. Ooh. You need a train running around it. Well, you probably can't, no, you can't see it on the cameras, but it's here. Hang on, if I just, the baseboard for it, just excuse the mess when I turn this camera around. So it actually sits on a baseboard, which you could quite easily put a circle of track around it, said he knowingly. So that'll be set up probably, well, I got it out to start putting it together and it was just, the lights were just a tangled mess. So I put it there probably about 4 or 5 days ago and I haven't looked at it since. So I'm thinking that sounds like a job for one of my kids. Do you expect me to believe that? Tigger says, at my age, something for the weekend with a couple of blue pills. Yeah. Just don't get them stuck in your throat. You get a stiff neck then. Ivor says, my Christmas tree stand is the Christmas tree train set. Somebody says, okay, Adam, my little fella's off to bed now, so I'm going to say good night to him because he's watching in the other room and he's about to be put to bed. So good night, Adam. I will see you in the morning. Sleep tight. Andy's off. Roland Motor Railway, Andy. Take care, Andy. You could get a circular 009 track on that baseboard. Do you know what? You'd probably get 00 radius 3 around there because it's 4 foot by 4 foot. So you'd get a circle of radius 3. So I might put that around there and have my little Santa train. So then maybe that might be up and running for next week. Yeah, just give myself more work, why don't I? Oh, sorry, I just deleted somebody's message by accident because I hit something. Sorry. Sorry, Andrew, I accidentally deleted your message. I don't think I can put that back on. I just hope I didn't put you timeout as well. Sorry, I accidentally hit something on my phone. He was saying take care to Moorland Model Railway anyway. Newton Railway just received a pack of 6 coal wagons. They all got Mazra. Oh, that's annoying. Christian Bitter's in. Good evening, Christian. All right, what radius goes on that? Well, I was saying that 4x4, you probably get radius 3 00 gauge on there. Uh, 5 weeks today is Christmas Day. Oh God, yeah, no, I haven't done anything. How can you get masrot in a plastic wagon? Like you said on the cruise, we don't want much. Anyway, time for a quick swig. Tonight's is the old little ginger ale. Yeah, so I'll try and get that tree sorted out. I think I got some kids home this weekend, so that'll be a job for them. Sort that out. I put a circle of 00 track around there, have the little Santa Express going around it. Sponsored by Ginger Ale. No, we're sponsored by the model train shop. Or the train set shop, sorry. So I'm just going to stand over here because my little blow heater is over here. So I'm going to stand here and warm my legs up. You mean I have 5 weeks to try and find a worthy Christmas card? Simon, we cruised from Islingville to Rio and we didn't need anything. There's a link for the train set shop. Thank you, Simon. I did a test run on the change track, which is pretty good. Glad I made the change. Oh, very good. Anybody who's joined us, we've got the Class 43 going around with a rake of 8 cars. Am I back? Anyway, W says, on the topic of soft drinks, there's a few Coke alternatives going around for political reasons. Whether I agree with those politics doesn't much matter, as the alternative tastes better anyway. 24/7 days cruise, oh nice. Good chubby's at the bottom of the chat, yeah. I could be blabbing on for 10 minutes. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, sorry, the problem is I always like to run things down to their flat before I recharge them again, and said there was about a third left, and usually when there's a third left it's enough to last a couple of hours, but obviously not tonight. So I can put that on charge. The other mic is showing almost full, and the receiver, because it's plugged into the laptop by USB, is constantly being charged, so I don't have to worry about that going flat. Hot Dog says he's a Pepsi bloke. Oh. 10 minutes without sound. Did that happen once? Yes, I think it's also happened more than once. Ivor wants to know, LDR W1, which ones did you test already? Leslie says, I like the Aldi own brand zero sugar for 40 SP for 2 litres. This is 1 litre of ginger ale, and I think it's 69 cents. Oh, Brian's picked up a new loco. What could it be? I'll keep politics out of the chat as much as I can myself. A principled leftist or whatever, I'm guided by my taste buds. How does Coke get mixed up with politics? Anyway, let's not get into a political discussion or any religious discussions, because they always lead to arguments and falling out. Is it DCC, Brian? Everyone's asking, is it DCC, Brian? Hashtag Brian loves DCC. DCC ready. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, so if anybody's noticed, I did paint the rails for anybody who's joined. I'm going to try and get the ballasting done tomorrow morning before anything else, and get the video out then later in the evening. I've got the piece of wood cut for the backboard here. One of the guys who's better with a saw than me in the railway cut it for me. So I have to go and pick that up. So I'll put that on. Then I can crack on with the scenery, which is the bit I like doing. So hopefully I'll have more motivation to do that, because obviously the ballasting is just like, oh. But as I say, I'll be using my little ballasting tool, which is over here ready, which is this little boy over here. You can see it's got the, where are we? The two little grooves, and never mind the crack on it where I stood on it. Two little grooves that sit in the track and vacuums it up. And you notice it's got a bit of a green tint, because I've also used it for vacuuming up excess scatter and that sort of thing. Because when you vacuum it up, it goes through the hose, and you have a little hose attachment here. Voila. Now you put in a bottle. Yes, of course, it's a Dr. Pepper bottle. Put that on there. So your ballast or scatter, whatever, ends up in there, not in the vacuum. And then you can just reuse it. It gives you really nice, neat edges. Does ballasting really well. So it means it'll probably take me, for that 6-foot section of double track there, it'll probably take me about 10 minutes to do it. Oh, picked up the wrong phone. Central Mark Bill Hooks. Find out in December. Ballasting sucks, I guess. Honestly, never tried it, just wanted to pun. It's part of his Christmas train. Don't worry guys, you will all love Brian's new loco. Andy, he's got to fit the sound decoder. Not a rubbish shed. Dino, good evening mate, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well. Not the Pokey Polar Express for Nintendo. So, what's everyone else up to modelling wise? What's everyone else doing? How's all your layouts coming along? Mine's is coming along, as you can see, a lot slower than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be further ahead this time of year, but I don't know, when you think you have time to do things, something else comes along. Brian says, no Andy, couldn't afford that one. Leslie Gilvin, I saw a KR model 4DD EMU last night at the club. Lights up like a Christmas tree. We turned the room lights out and could see, and the sound is dismal. Digger had the granddaughter all week, so not been in the train room, but we'll be there tomorrow. Yeah, as I say, I'm going to do some work on this tomorrow. I've got the scissor lift coming in the afternoon, so I'll be here for the weekend to do the Christmas lights outside. So that's going to be really my weekend doing that outside. It'll also give me a chance. There's a couple of outside lights to get up and do the bulbs. You think, well, why do I need a scissor lift to do that? Because of the way this house is built, sort of built into a hillside. So that means to actually get to where the light is, it's about 5 meters up. So having a scissor lift to get up and actually get at the light is a lot easier than trying to get a ladder up that height. Clive says, no light, but the shed is progressing despite the wood being frozen together. Oh dear. Dino says, I'm painting some West Hill Wagon Works Royal Mail trolleys. Very good. John JMC, good evening, John. How are you doing? Care models are well known for their quality. Some breeze will say, hi Dino, hope you, Hannah and Dad are well. Don't soil the chat with talk about money, Brian. Anyway, that's 52 between friends. More, I think I have an obsession with stone walls. Added more in the last week. Scott Wood been applying plaster cloth this week, but has ever run out, so need to buy some more. Plus, still constructing buildings for the town scene. Well, it depends where you are. If you're close to a model shop, Scott, you can go and get some. But if you're like me and a bit far away from a model shop, try your pharmacist to see if they've got any. Because I swear I got some. Because I went to see, because I'm quite friendly with the pharmacist in town, and I just went and said, oh, John, do you have any plaster of Paris, or can you get it for me? And he said, oh, I got some here. He sold it to me. It was, in fact, no, he gave it to me because it was out of date. Yes, because plaster of Paris has a date on it. And so he gave me a couple of rolls that he had lying around. Some breeze Model Railway, carrying on with building baseboards. 4 now, built just another 4 to do. Hoping to have the frames of these built this weekend. Oh, very good. Charlie's have been scratch building catenary, but needs someone to print a copy of their not installed and email me so I can make them. Huh. John JMC, will I be seeing any of you at NAC this weekend? I'm there with work. Ellis Kirk trains, do come and say hi. I believe Maura's going to be there, and also Andy, Hot Dog Pilot Andy is going to be there. Some breeze is all good, thanks Dino, despite the cold weather. Brian's, I'm still struggling to do anything with the layout. Near sheds, neural activation in my age brain. The new garden room is half assembled down the garden. Once the guy from Fremo Ireland gets back to me, I can get the baseboards. And Hot Top Eye says, John CMC, see you in the scrum. Christian, I'm trying to find a short circuit on my model railway that I haven't found yet. That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that can be really irritating trying to find it. Damn not Percy. Scamperton Model Railway, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Sorry, I meant to say print copy of registers only. If you photocopy them, I can make them. Scamperton Model Railway, yes, John, I will be there on Sunday. I will stop by on the walk around. Brian Finnerton, and anyone attending the NSC, if you're passing Telford and want anything from the shop, let me know. Kieran, J94, good evening. How are you doing? Leslie says, if Ellis Clark are at the NEC, pointless going to the shop and Skipton then. So John's going to see you all there. Yes, I have a model railway show coming up, not this Saturday, but the Saturday after. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it because I got something going on the Sunday, and it just might be a bit too much because it's up in Bangor. First Bangor are having their sort of Christmas model show that they have the last Saturday of November every year. So that's sort of the last show of the season. So that'll be on I think it's the 29th of November, which is Saturday week. Oh, John says Skipton shop is still open. Kieran says he's okay. I'm very well, thanks. Kieran, a little bit cold, but other than that. Yes, maybe John's, but all the pre-used American stuff must likely be at the NEC. Mick says I've got that much to do, the list is endless, yeah. I also have a list of stuff to do, and it never gets shorter, it just gets longer. Oh, I just realised I'm not showing all messages, so sorry if I've skipped anyone's messages. Pokemon, good evening. No, I can't run any Thomas this evening, I'm afraid. No Thomas characters tonight. I've got enough trouble as it is. The rail cart is stopping. We've got the Railcar 18 running around on the top 009 loop. Oh. Yes, Kieran, we were chatting about the 08 shunter earlier on. I think it's something a few people are going to go for. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing, sir? Just back from the pub with friends. Regard, Alan Dover. It's a bit early to be coming back from the pub, isn't it? 8:20? RGG Trades, Rob, just back from the shop but cooking something. Be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, what do we think Rob's cooking? And is he allowed to cook? Does he have Grace's permission? What are we, 8:20? Meth. Will there be fire? Pasta, you can't mess up. Graceful calls of fire cooking. Something burnt. Oh, Anthony, Model Train Outsider. Hello, Mark. Kyan's given me a few minutes to pop in and say hello. How is Kyan doing, Anthony? Is he keeping you busy? Andrew wants to know, Simon, how much Iron Brew have you had? I actually picked up one of those crates of Iron Brew from Asda the other week. And it's actually done out as an advent calendar. So you take 1 can a day. So it's quite novel. Yeah, everyone's saying hello to Anthony. So I started at 2 p.m. and caught the last bus home at 7:05, so home with a few tinnies too. You carry on, Alan. Just don't try climbing into the attic after you've had a few, okay? I'm drinking, this will get me banned, Dr. Pepper tonight. Last time I drank Iron Brew, I can't remember. Is that, you can't remember because you drank Iron Brew? At least I didn't get into trouble this time. Puff Candy is in the house. Good evening, how are you doing? Mick just got a bottle of grog for 29 quid on Amazon. Yeah. That is it's a Scotch, isn't it? Is that what? Timber Surfer. I once bought a whiskey advent calendar, a bottle a day. I woke up in February. Oh dear. Yeah, so I had to turn the power up on the old Hornby controller to get the rail car to go. Now it's whizzing around at not such a scale speed. Passing a Intercity 125. Andy wants to know, Brian, when is your next waffle? I presume that will be the 6th of December. That's the first Saturday of December, isn't it? So, 2 weeks Saturday? As Brian says, yeah, the first Saturday of the month, which I presume, I think is the 6th of December. There we go. Simon says 6th of December. I probably won't make that one because we're having all the family around that weekend with boyfriends and everything so I'll be entertaining, I think. Which means I'll probably have my phone down by my side, having a sneak little look. Yes, a very peaty Scotch from the Western Isles. Right. Do you know what? I think I have a bottle of that somewhere. And I think I took a mouthful of it and didn't like it. I've never seen that rail car going at scale speeds, but in fairness, I'm awful for missing streams. Yeah, as I said, I've got a little Hornby controller because my usual Gauge Master one is in the museum controlling the Christmas layout. and that's much. Gauge master controllers, DC controllers are much better at controlling the speed on something. Like the Hornby ones just seem to have, it's not a knob that goes around, it's a switch. It's just either on or lightning speed. Kieran says, it was trying to snow where I am this morning. Hopefully it won't snow this weekend. Yeah, it was cold here in Donegal. We had snow in the mountains and snow through Barnesmore Gap. My car had a thick layer of ice on it this morning. Thursdays are a great time for my retired friends and I. We use a micro pub in town with much laughter and giggles. More, please. Yes, that sounds good. Mick says only Thursdays. Alan. Andrew's thinking of a shortbread live stream before Christmas. Yeah, do it. Do it, Andy. Brian's next waffle is 6th of December, last of the year. Yeah, I suppose it is. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, that year, I don't know, the years just seem to go in quicker, don't they? Anthony's we have -2 degrees Celsius and with 2 centimetres snow 2 weekends ago. Last weekend it was 18 degrees Celsius and partly sunny. Hot dog pilot, best single malt Glenlivet, and that's down your throat. Yeah, Alan says yes, Fred, regretfully. Yeah, only one day a week. Sorry, Brian, realised message sounded bad as said yes last waffle, but wasn't meant that way, so delete the comment and redid it. It's alright, I don't think we took it the wrong way. I certainly didn't, I'm sure Brian didn't either. 6th December is also the same day when RG Trains will be announcing the winners of the Mod Awards. Get your vote in. Yes, there's the link to Rob's video, and also there's a link to the form pinned in the chat there. She says it's got to be a double. I'm only on Horman controllers at the moment, but I'm looking at purchasing a Wi-Fi controller from a guy at Merg. He's not made it public though. Yeah, Merg do some good stuff. I mean, you get in there and you don't mind putting kits together, very good. Rob's back now, 2 degrees here apparently. Everybody wants to know, what did you go down the shop, what did you buy, and what did you cook for yourself, Rob? And is the kitchen still standing? Charlie says we were in Nashville last week with 3 to 4 days of +20, then plummeted the day I was out looking for trains. Kieran says, I've gone and done it. My layout is now decorated Christmas lights. Hooray! Andy says a double makes me wobble. In March West Junction, Andy's in the house. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? NERW1, I was asking Wi-Fi Logmas. Somebody says, LOL, Kieran, I bet that looks good. Oh, Grace, just to confuse you, he had a sarnie. I have chicken pasta with chicken balls and salad, making a savoury mince tomorrow with fresh herbs. Very nice. A guy who was at Mergstand alongside the layer I was operating at the South Dublin Motor Railway Club. He's made it so you plug the power supply, connect to the track, and then connect your phone to the Wi-Fi. It's pointless, but food chat started. Yes, it's 8:30. Food chat can now start. This is where we move over from model railways and start talking about food. For everyone's information, this evening I stopped in Supermax and had myself a chicken fillet burger. That's what I had for tea. And yes, I will be having something more to eat once I finish the stream. Who knows? It will probably end up being an egg and bacon sandwich, because currently the oven is being cleaned. It had stuff put in it to clean it 2 days ago, and either myself or my missus haven't gone back to it since to finish cleaning it. So it's just sitting in the kitchen with the door open with dried up cleaning fluid all over it now. Everybody says, can't beat Christmas decorations. Yes. Network from the controller, literally just a PCB, power plug and 6 connectors for wires. 3 poles, 1 negative. Called MoWi, I think. It says, I have a fridge full of pies and cakes. Maura had homemade meatballs and pasta for dinner. Now, Maura, when you're making your meatballs, do you just use minced beef, or do you use minced beef and sausage meat? Or maybe you just use minced pork? Kieran, I will do our layout running session with all the lights on and the locus, and have lights as well. Very good. Look forward to that. So really sounds nice. More. Have you got melted cheese with that? I usually eat after our live. Late shifts have made me hungry at our typical break time, even when off. HH Express, that's Hi, is heading off. So, catch you again, Hi. Scott had chicken, coconut curry and pila rice for me tonight. Oh, very nice. Hot dog, steak and Guinness pie, chips and green beans. Oh, nice. I make some too, thanks to my mum's recipe. It says mince beef, pork, onion, garlic, smoked paprika, breadcrumbs and egg. Oh, very nice. You know him if you're a Merg. If you know Sven, who's usually at shows, you probably know him. Yeah, I know Sven. He's always at all the shows with the Berg stand. Just need to find out. Oh, my locus actually has lights fitted. John and Holly, the Summer Breeze and Model Railway, chicken burger and chips for me. Holly is having egg, chips and beans again, as she liked that last week. Simon and I had steaklets for tea with potatoes, boil and roast, carrots and Yorkshire puddings. Leslie, spam, wonderful spam. And Simon, lunch was Greg sausage rolls. Ooh. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction. I have hit the like button. Have you? Mixed spam fritters. Don't be disgusting, Leslie. Spam with bacon is even better. Oh dear. From Detroit, Pete. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing? Oh yeah. Have you run into Alan then? Lovely guy. I probably have, yeah. Leslie says, anyone remember Uptime with... Oh, what is that? Leslie Kilburn, stop spamming the chat. Oh, don't tempt me. I might do a chippy chat. John, have you tried the steaklets with peppercorn sauce? Oh. I'm not sure if I've dreamt it or what, but I'm sure someone had a train that plays the Spam song from Monty Python. There probably is. Spam and corned beef, not my cup of tea. Chicken is usually a safe bet with me. Yeah, corned beef. Growing up, for sandwiches going to school, you had the choice of ham, something they called luncheon meat, which who knows what that was, and corned beef. And that's your choice. So we got a lot of corned beef and corned beef sandwiches for school. And I don't think I've eaten any corned beef since I was at school. It was a luncheon meat advert in the 70s. Yeah, luncheon meat. I think it was just bits left over from animals, the bits that fell on the floor. I have a Canadian repeater loco that has the Spam song among others. Washing it down with Chrombacker pills. Oh, I haven't had a Chrombacker in a while. I used to like that. Yes. When I played the sound on a YouTube video on YouTube, copyright struck it. Yeah. Monty Python railways are usually a good mix. Micah Perlin was a train spotter in his youth. The camel spotting sketch is a good one. Andy Marchurst Junction. Hi Clive, take it the build is on hold in this weather. I think he was saying the wood was frozen together earlier on, so yeah. RG Trains, oh, pork luncheon meat. We used to get a slice when our shop had the meat counter. Lovely Kim was always treated me and my brother to a slice to walk around eating. Yeah, that's it. It was the only... There was no pre-packaged sliced meat that like you get now. It was you went in and they took it off and they sliced it for you, and it was either ham, luncheon meat, or corned beef were your choices. Back in the day, it was called luncheon meat. Now it's called BSE. Oh dear. Right guys, I'm going to finish up at 9 o'clock tonight because I've got a few things I need to get done, so I need to finish up early. Well, only half an hour early. So we got another 20 minutes yet. Ironville's in the house. Good evening, Ironville. How are you doing? And what did you have for tea tonight, Ironville? You're just coming into the middle of the food chat. So if anybody comes here from Model Railways after 8:30, they're going, why are they talking about what they're eating? I'm like, no shortbread party. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to stand over here again. My legs are getting quite cold in this room. It can't be that cold. Let me just see what the temperature... The temperature says it's 18 degrees in here, but it doesn't feel like it. I think it's just 18 degrees around that sensor. But I think it's one of those things, once you get cold, you just can't seem to warm yourself up. Oh, Pete said cheese on toast. See, cheese on toast, yeah. Like, it's quite easy to have a cheese toasty, but cheese on toast. Or if you fry a bit of bacon Put that on the toast and melt the cheese over the top of it. Yeah. Well, you can't eat the model trains, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I had Cumberland sausage and coleslaw and bread. Oh, nice. Do they still do tongue? I remember it when I was a kid. Yeah. Gordon grease. Do you have Worcestershire sauce with that, Pete? Don't like Worcestershire sauce. Don't. Ernville, if I just finished late dinner, rice, chili, peas and cabbage. Not a great combination. No. Chili, peas and cabbage? Oh. Talking about food time, Mark. When do you plan to do another video on that channel? I don't know, to be honest. It's just finding time. It's like anyone. Most of you guys do YouTube, and you know how long it takes to do things. It's just really finding the time, you know, between working and family and model railway, and also this time of year, Christmas. You know, you think you're going to have time, and you just don't. You want to watch I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Oh, yeah. But like the air quality sensor in Kerry, that's beside the industrial fans. Simon Tracy Monroy. Markland did Mortse Krugel, a bottle of schnapps and Goodwin mix as food cargo. Oh. Lizzie Gilpin, Andy. I remember when working in a cafe way back when I opened a catering, tin of tongue, a whole tongue flopped out on the counter. Oh! My nana always had tongue from her local butcher, was her favourite meat. Me too. Yeah, we got the same in the shed earlier. It said 20 earlier, now 18. I swear it's lying. Think you go outside, get cold, struggle to warm up. Many a winter shift, I can't warm up once back in. Heating, yeah. The best thing usually to do is strip off and go and have a shower, because I think that helps reset your body temperature. Oh yeah, there's the Donegal Dad Does Dinner. Yeah, I think it must be over a year now since I put a video up on that, maybe even longer. I'm sure it's cold in the loft. I bet it is, Pete. Mum likes ox tongue. Oh, it's just no Leslie. Arnville, Mark, what are you planning to do next to your layout? Well, I painted the rails today, and I've got the ballast out. See? So, well, ballast's on the floor. Thankfully, the top was screwed on. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. Finish the video and get it out to you guys tomorrow, to the channel members tomorrow afternoon, and then everyone else Saturday. John Holly, did you enjoy your recent trip, Aaron? To be fair, I can't talk. Need to crack on with Brian's commission. This room gets wilder. Folks are talking about being in heat. Pete, I've been setting up for filming a new video. Oh. And yes, John, thanks. Cardiff was good. It's about 3 times the size of Norwich. I missed the floods. Tongue, yuck. Who wants to taste something that is tasting you back? Simon says he's always cold at work. Yes, you work in the freezer department. I'm not going to read that comment out, Andy. Says it comes from working in a freezer, Simon. How far is Cardiff from Norwich earned? Well, it's the other side of the country, isn't it? Norwich is right over on the east coast. I worked there once for about 6 weeks. I actually went to, what was it, Great Eastern Model Shop? That one's the two ladies in it. It was about 6-7 years ago I was in there. It is a really good shop. Although I think Anne was a bit suspicious of me because she kept following me around. I don't think she'd think I was going to heard the Irish accent and thought I was going to rob something. I don't know. I bought a load of LNER coaches from them. The railroad Hornby ones. They had a load of them for like a tenner each or something, I think. Damn and ballast that it fell. Ironville went 10-pin bowling practice today. Lowest score 150, highest 184. Oh well. Railway, Clive. Is it still $5, Andy? Yes. How many people get that reference? $5. Love you long time. Alan Reynolds, 2 degrees here in Dover, but crystal clear skies showing the cosmos of Milky Way. Not seen Atlas yet. John, not sure. Trains took me 4.5 hours. More relaxing that way, Aaron, so don't blame you. Yeah, nice 4.5 hours on the train. Once drove from Cardiff to the Broads at Norwich, was asking myself, were we there yet at Mildenhall? Joyce and I were looking at prices for the Caledonian Sleeper. Unfortunately, the double bed cabins are already booked the week we arrive in the UK. Bummer. We have to do a twin bunk cabin. Yeah, they seem to just book up instantly. I don't know whether it's holiday companies or something that take all the bookings and then sell them on, but you can never seem to get a double room. Ironville, I love taking trains, so easy and relaxing, and now looking at tracks and ballasting. Time for a bunk up, Anthony. It's something I'd like to do, the Caledonian Sleeper. There's a YouTuber, Trek Trendy. He done the Cornish Riviera, then got on Caledonian Sleeper to Edinburgh, and then got on the, what's it called? It's a really top-notch sleeper train that actually stables in the station overnight where you sleep. You're on it for, it's like a cruise but on a train. They had it in Ireland. They call it the Hibernian when it's in Ireland, but it never lasted. And he went on that. So he spent sort of 5-6 days on trains around, sleeping on trains around the UK. Just don't do the Caledonian Sleeper in a seat. Yeah, I can imagine. It still looks better compared to the Chinese sleeper train I took ages ago. Oh, Joshua's back. Harrenville's, hey Brian, how's the secret DCC layout going? If you like cozy, Anthony, the cabins are very cozy. Don't try doing anything stood up together at the same time. Simon Deerstalker. You can take the VSOE all the way down to Istanbul. Mark, the Bellman Britannic Explorer, is that what it is? Has hardly run. First a door issue, then the train crews refused to run the train. Oh, right. Or the AL Andalus in Spain. We'll go check out Rail Nocturne with Milo Edwards. Chinese sleeper trains are nothing on Russia. Let's see. Joyce and I are quite adept to sharing cozy, tiny spaces. Anthony, if you take the Caledonian Sleeper, check out the driver. It may be Underground Eric. Oh, is that what he drives, is it? Deerstalker is another name for the Caledonian Sleeper. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Is that why I've been seeing photos of the Belmont 66 on freight duties recently? Which are basically bunk beds without any serious privacy curtains. Oh. The amount of filth in the train chat is insane. We're all well-respected trade enthusiasts here. Lord Al's in the house. Oh, hail Lord Al. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Are the other sleeper trains which go from London to Inverness? Aren't they? Isn't it the one sleeper train, and then as it gets to stations, it splits off? Can someone post a link to Kieran's channel? Yes, I'm sure one of my mods can share a link to Kieran's channel, please. Seen the Deerstalker a few times. Lovely coaches. Yes, Kieran. Apparently the hotel manager in charge of the public side refused to allow the guard in his smart suit walking through the train as his duty to check things. Yeah. No choice but to take them. There was no level person would drive from Russian country roads. There's Anthony's put up a link to Kieran's channel. Thank you, Anthony. What's the longest route? I'm curious at prices here. Some of them still have coal heating. Really? Al, how many? This is from Brian from Central. Al, how many times do I have to tell you? If you're throwing it in the bin, send it to me. Well, the bottom left-hand camera, for some reason, has stayed on tonight. It's the same mobile that was doing it last week that refused to work, and I haven't done anything to it, and it's working fine tonight. Go figure. There's two for Scotland. The first one is the Highland Sleeper, is Fort William, Aberdeen, and Inverness. The second only goes to Edinburgh and Glasgow, the split at Carstairs. Right, okay. Haunted Railway G, good evening. How are you doing? Oh, Lord Al says he's fixing it, Brian. Don't worry, Brian, I talked him down. Apparently the Caledonian Sleeper carries a fine quality of county line specials. Oh. Got no like for the caps. Model Trainer said they both start in London. One departs at 9:15 Highland, and the other departs later, I think around midnight. I'm good, Jake. I hope you're keeping well. Highland Sleeper splits at Edinburgh. Richard, New Junction. Good evening, Richard. How are you doing? Yeah, I think we're all keeping well here, Richard. I think a lot of us were surprised on the announcement today from your employer, the old Class 8 grog, and I think a few people have already put their orders in. And I've been keeping abreast of your videos as well, Richard, watching them. In fact, you're watching your video the other week where you painted the rails reminded me that I had to do mine, and you can see here that I've painted my rails ready for ballasting. I almost ballasted them without painting. Timber surfer. I once got a night train. Everyone had armour on, and I was delegated to the baggage car as an. Oh dear. Fun fact: Fort William portion arrived before the Jacob leave Fort William from Mallaig. So 9 p.m. is the one that goes to Inverness, Aberdeen, and Fort William. 11 p.m. goes to Glasgow and Edinburgh. Hormyman 4474, will lights work on DC on a locomotive? If you're saying, does a DCC loco that's running on DC, will the lights work? Usually yes, but it really depends on the configuration and the loco and the chip that's installed. A lot of them will have switches on the bottom that you can set the lights that you want to run. It also depends, not all DCC locos will run on DC. It depends on the chip that's installed. Locos that have lights that are DCC ready, they should run on DC. They should work on DC. My chap just jumped there. Scampton Mulroy, I'm waiting to see what Richard has in store for us, or the potential of a Class 70. Jake says, I want a 91 from Obscura, as I'm not paying 800 plus for the 2 anniversary 91s. Will the Jacobite run next year? Charlie says, load to Lord Al, sorry you didn't make it to Gets. Hoss, mate. Oh man, depends if your blanking plug is in the right way. Yeah, most locos that have got lights that are DCC ready will have lights on DC, and some of them do have switches on the bottom to switch them on and off. And how fast you run it. Yes, certainly the older ones would depend on how fast you run it, but the newer ones now, because they're LEDs, they tend to run even at low power. I would love an Acura scale model, but my layout isn't good enough. Yeah, it is, Brian. Looking forward to the model of Wilbert from Acura scale, yeah. Jake says, Brian, you have a better layout than what I have. Yeah, Brian, I think what John Holly say there, Brian, your layout's good, don't put yourself down. Yeah. Christian Bitter, locomotive with ESU decoders also work well with DC, including lights. Hot Dog Pilot to Ivo. Do you think Markland will buy the tooling from Sleuth? And Anthony, I still hope to find an inexpensive TPE Class 68. I bought the ScotRail one at Worley last year. I have a small shopping list for a UK trip next June. Jake says, all I've got is a forward and backwards layout. Still a layout. 9 p.m. by the time he reads it. Yeah, it is 9 o'clock. Sorry, distracted looking at the Caledonian menu. Yeah, as Leslie says, hey, 100 row, it's a layout, yeah. Iva says, well, train. The issue with small shopping lists on large train shows is going home with twice you put on the list, or going home with nothing you had on the list, but a lot of other different things. Scarnarrow, New Junction, is the ETA for the Panair tank and the Class 68 still next week? Oh. Hornby HST, Judor will have lights. Yeah, it should work. The light should work on it. Ironville, Brian, I'm way behind you on a layout. Yours is great with great diorama. Yeah, but you can't run trains, unfortunately. Oh. RGJ Trains, I'll make a deal, Brian, Finnerton Centre. You say your layout is that, and my drawings are absolute crap. Oh, Mark, do you like what I did with my station? Is that your latest video, Alan? Because I don't think I've seen that yet. I've seen your previous one. What was the last one I've seen? I think the last one I've seen was with the office block. No, yeah, was it the office building? Or was it the station? I can't remember now, Alan. But I will check. That will give me some bedtime watching now. Timberseth, somewhere under a foot of fluff and dust I have a layout. Model train outsider, I actually bought less on my list at Getz, Worley, and even in Germany this year. Ooh. Maura King, I've made a list of things I need and will not borrow from it at the NEC. Yeah, right. Yeah, Brian wants to know what's on your list, Maura. Oh, Al's just sent me some pictures. Oh, that looks really good, Alan. Oh, I like the bus. Hang on, I'm just... Where are we? There's Lord Al's. I like that scene there. People getting on the bus, that looks really good. That's a nice roadway. Is that the, oh, who does that roadway? Is that on like a sticky back, you stick it down? Timber Surf, what are you drawing for Brian Grace? A schematic of how to wire DCC? Oh dear. Oh God, Tim Surf, don't let me start electrics. I'll certainly set fire to shed again. Lord Al, yes, you sent photos and for 10,000 we will not share them with the media. I was doing a drawing of your dog. Oh, that's nice. I have watched some of what's Grace's channel? Something Portraits, isn't it? She's very good at it. More on our list: paint, fencing, platforms, glues, figures, and no trains. Gauge master, is it? Right, okay. No wagons or coaches around. Yes, Feb is available. First weeks in June is booked. Timber says, Maura, check out second hand on Ellis Clark. They do cracking prices. She said, no, Maura, not even a little four-wheeled coach. Can I tempt you with some coaches? Prescott Portraits, that's it. There's a link to it. Head over and check out Grace's drawing channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Too many coaches on the layout may overload the engine and make it overheat. Well, most modern locos are pretty powerful, pretty good motors, and they shouldn't overheat. Like if you have them whizzing around the layout with a load of coaches, then they are going to overheat. But the rate mine's going around now, it's well able to pull those, and they've been running now, coming up on 3 hours, because I had them running for an hour before I went live. I'm just feeling that loco there, and there's no heat coming off it at all, and you don't get that sort of ozony smell that you used to get off motors, and you're like, oh, that's working a bit hard. Ironville, Grace, is it snowing where you are? And he says, plenty on the mountains, big hail last night, woke up to a small blanket, but most gone now. Yeah, I just woke up to ice here this morning. Anyway, I said I was going to finish at 9 o'clock tonight, and we're coming up to 10 past, so I'm going to call it a night tonight, guys, because I got stuff I need to be doing. I'll say, hopefully the video on the painting of the rails and the ballasting of this section here will be out Saturday, hopefully get it out tomorrow for channel members. That's the plan, and I'll be back next Thursday for the usual live stream. So I want to get that done tomorrow. Weekend of putting up Christmas lights. Maybe I might get on next week, get the backboard on and start some of the scenic work, maybe. But let's not hold our breath to that anyway. So I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks very much for coming along. Love doing these Thursday night live stream with you guys, coming in, chewing the cud and having the crack, as we say in Ireland. So I'm going to end the stream there now. I'll say video out hopefully Saturday, and I'll see you all again in the other live streams maybe, or definitely next Thursday. So take care, everyone. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your modelling. And I'll speak to you all soon. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out, please, guys. And subscribe if you're new here. Good night.